Good morning. Uh, I hope everybody can hear me. So today we are going to look at another component of Hoop, the Android component, which is called as services. Let me just share my screen. So I hope everybody can see my screen. It says Android programming EC312 object-oriented programming. Let me know if anybody have any difficulty in seeing my screen or hearing my voice. Okay. So let me begin then. So in the last few classes, we were studying about some components in Android application. We have seen activities, we have seen broadcast receivers, we are going to see services, and there is one more component called as content providers that we will see in the next class. So services is something which happens in the background. Like you might be seeing many things in your Android phone, like the screen that it is displaying is called as an activity. There is some kind of a message being passed between the operating system and the Android application. But apart from that, there are programs called as services which actually runs in the background. So even if you close an application, the service can still run in the background. Okay. Okay. So Android uses services to perform long duration operations and or access remote resources via background process and threads. So you see, if you are in an activity, let's say the screen that is currently being shown is an activity. Okay. Now you can do something here, and suddenly you're a call. So for example, you are downloading something. Okay, suddenly a call came. So when a call comes, the program or the operating system should not stop downloading. As long as there is net connectivity, it should download. So what happens is when you start downloading, the downloading is being carried out by something called as a service. It's actually a thread. We have seen threads in Java. So it's actually a thread. So once this activity starts downloading, a message will be passed to the service. The message is called as indent, which we have seen already. So when the call comes, activity might be changed, but the service will still be running. Okay. So this is something called as a background process or a thread. The service is a background process or a thread. Even in your normal operating system like Windows, you have a lot of services which is running in the background. So whatever you see in the front is only a camouflage, and whatever actually is happening is because of the service which is being run. For example, let's say you play music or a video that resides in on your device. For example, when you're playing your Amazon Music, and even if when you exit the music, for example, even if you go to another application, the music will still be playing. But it's not the same case with YouTube. If you play YouTube and if you go to another application, the YouTube will stop playing. So that means in Amazon Music, there is some kind of a program which is running in the background, even if you are making the application out of your visibility. That program is called as a service. So it allows playback of multimedia content in the background while the user does other things. Another one, you get email notifications. Now you are not opening up email, or your Gmail is not open. But what is happening is in the background, there is always some kind of a data exchange which is happening for emails and contacts and calendars. So whenever an email comes, there is a particular service which will get notified saying that, or the service is running which will be identifying what type of email it is getting and it will give us a notification. So that service, because of the service running in the background, you will get an email notification or SMS. Another example is that I have already said, it's downloading. Even if when you download, even if you get a message while downloading, or even if you get a call while downloading, downloading still happens. Okay. Now there is a difference between activities and service. So unlike activities, Services only interact with user in a very limited ways. ആക്ടിവിറ്റി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എപ്പോഴും യൂസറായിട്ട് ഇന്ററാക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന ആ ഒരു സ്ക്രീനാണ് ആക്ടിവിറ്റി. പക്ഷെ സർവീസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരു യൂസറായിട്ട് ഇന്ററാക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന വളരെ അപൂർവമായിരിക്കും. ഓക്കെ, നിങ്ങൾ ഇപ്പം ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ ഇഫ് യു ആർ ഓർഗനൈസിങ് എ meeting organize ചെയ്യുമ്പം there will be somebody who will be coming and inaugurating, there will be somebody who will be coming and giving felicitation speeches, etc. പക്ഷെ ആ ഒരു മീറ്റിംഗ് കണ്ടക്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി ഓടി നടക്കുന്നത് വേറെ ആൾക്കാരായിരിക്കും. For example, somebody will be coming and inviting all these people, and there will be somebody who will be arranging the food, somebody will be arranging the stage. So our background process will be done by somebody else. പക്ഷെ വരുന്ന ഓഡിയൻസിന് കാണുന്നത് ഈ മീറ്റിംഗിൽ ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അധ്യക്ഷ പ്രസംഗം നടത്താൻ വേണ്ടിയോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ആശംസാ പ്രസംഗം നടത്താൻ വേണ്ടിയോ വരുന്ന ആൾക്കാരെ മാത്രമാണ്. പക്ഷെ അതിന് ബാക്ക്ഗ്രൗണ്ടിലുള്ളത്, അതിന് പിന്നിലുള്ള ആൾക്കാരെന്ന് പറയുന്നത് there will be somebody else, but they will be the one who will be actually doing work. Similarly, a service is the one which actually does the work, but activity will get the credit for that. Okay. For example, a status bar notification allow background components to interact with the user. Okay. So, other example, notification you can see as a service. So, when you click the notification, you are actually interacting with the service. So, there is only a very rare instances in which a user or a person will be actually interacting with the service. Next is the type of Android services. Actually, there are 3 types of services. First one is called as a started service. Now, we'll see each one in detail, but a started service is independent of its creating component. So, service എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് പ്രോഗ്രാമാണ്. ആ പ്രോഗ്രാം തുടങ്ങണമെങ്കിൽ ആരെങ്കിലും സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാതെ തുടങ്ങത്തുള്ളൂ. Now, there are 2 instances. One is where if a program starts a service, then that service is binded to that program. ആ program പറയുന്നതനുസരിച്ചാണ് സർവീസ് നടക്കുന്നത്, റൺ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. That is one part. Another part is any program can start a service, but the service not binded by that program. So service by run by itself. That is called as a started service. The next one is bound service, which I have already told. So it's dependent on creating components. Bound service. Okay. There is something called a scheduled service. We might not see. A bound service launched by a job scheduler that runs when certain criteria are met. Okay. Job scheduler എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഓപ്പറേറ്റിംഗ് സിസ്റ്റത്തിനകത്ത് actually each of the services will be scheduled as a job. You should ആ പ്രോഗ്രാം റൺ ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി ആൻഡ്രോയിഡ് ഓപ്പറേറ്റിംഗ് സിസ്റ്റം ഒരു പർട്ടിക്കുലർ എമൗണ്ട് ഓഫ് ടൈം കൊടുക്കും. ആ പ്രോഗ്രാമിനെ പറയുന്ന പേരാണ് ജോബ്. ആ ജോബിനെ ഷെഡ്യൂൾ ചെയ്യുന്നത്, എപ്പോൾ റൺ ചെയ്യണം എന്ന് തീരുമാനിക്കുന്നതാണ് ജോബ് ഷെഡ്യൂൾ. Okay. Now, types of Android services. So, there are 2 types of services which we have already seen. One is called as started service, another is called as bound service. Now, if you look at the flow chart here, this is actually the lifetime of a service. What all will happen when a service is running? So let's look at the started service. As we have already mentioned, a started service is a service which does not depend on who starts the service. Okay. So started service start ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ you need to call this function called as start service. This is a function in our Android operating system which the application needs to call to start the service. Now, service തുടങ്ങുമ്പോൾ ആ സർവീസിനെ ഇനീഷ്യലൈസ് ചെയ്യണം. ഇനീഷ്യലൈസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ, you need to set the variables, you need to say to service where you want to start running from, etc. അതൊക്കെ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത് is via virtual constructor. That constructor is called as onCreate. So when you start a service, onCreate in the പറയുന്ന function is automatically called by the operating system. Now, once the service is started, then you need to pass many messages to the service saying that, okay, you need to start the service with following details. We'll see some examples which will make you understand better. So all these messages are passed via an indent. So on start command, you will pass a indent, which is a message, which will tell the service, okay, you should start, for example, with playing this music in this particular location. അതാണ് ഒരു ഇൻറ്റന്റ്. ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ തന്നിട്ട് URL to download can be passed as data, or a list of email addresses can be passed as extras. So നിങ്ങൾ ഡൗൺലോഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയ സർവീസ് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്തതെങ്കിൽ എവിടെ നിന്നാണോ ഡൗൺലോഡ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് എന്നുള്ള ആ ഒരു URL will be passed as an indent to this service. Now, once it gets that URL as in the form of an indent, then it will start running. So it will start downloading the URL. Okay, it's a single operation. Once it is done, then the service is automatically shut down. Okay, now there are two possibilities. One is, let's say you are downloading something. Download ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുമ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഡൗൺലോഡ് ചെയ്ത സാധനം ആരാണോ സർവീസ് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്തത് അയാൾക്ക് തിരിച്ചുകൊണ്ടേ കൊടുക്കണം, right? So it can give or it cannot give. For example, there are some services which need not return back to where it is called. Okay. Example, a messenger or a broadcast indent. So messenger means like you are just telling the application is telling the service, okay, you deliver this message to this particular application, or deliver this message to particular location. That's all. You are not expecting it to return anything back. So once the processing is done, once the service has fulfilled its destiny, then it get destroyed. So when it get destroyed, actually destroyed means like operating system will destroy itself, destroy the service. And when it get destroyed, the operating system will call on destroy function in your application. Application വിളിച്ച്, അതായത് ആ ഒരു ഫംഗ്ഷൻ വിളിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ then your application knows that, okay, the service has finished its job and it is getting destroyed. Okay, so that's about started services. Now let's look at the bound service. The bound service is launched by calling a function called as bind service. Okay, so it's actually performs a handshake between client and service to set up a connection. Okay, handshake എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ there will be some agreed levels of commands. Okay, for example, the client will say, client will send a command. For example, the command is like, give me the downloaded image. So then the service knows that where the image is downloaded, it goes there and fetches back. Okay. Similarly, any kind of a already agreed upon commands is called as a handshake. But client എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് somebody who starts a service is called as a client. Client is the one which will always request. Okay, and client will start the service. So it is started by using an on bind command. So whenever it is started, the on create function will be called, and it is binded to whoever is started the service by the on bind command. Okay, now thing is, if you had looked at the previous one, which is starter service, we saw that starter service in the case, service might or might not return anything. Okay, service ഒരു പ്രാവശ്യം റിട്ടേൺ ചെയ്യുന്നുള്ളൂ ഇമേജ് മാത്രം, ചിലപ്പോൾ സർവീസ് ഒന്നും റിട്ടേൺ ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. പക്ഷെ ബൗണ്ട് സർവീസിന്റെ കേസിൽ there is always some kind of a communication between the client and the service. So client എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ the app which starts the service is called as the client. So always ഈ ക്ലയന്റും സർവീസും തമ്മിൽ എപ്പോഴും സംസാരിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുക. ഓക്കെ, സോ ക്ലയന്റ് ഒരു റിക്വസ്റ്റ് അയക്കുന്നു, സർവീസ് ആ റിക്വസ്റ്റ് ഫുൾഫിൽ ചെയ്യുന്നു, റിക്വസ്റ്റിന്റെ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് തിരിച്ചു കൊടുക്കുന്നു, ക്ലയന്റ് വീണ്ടും റിക്വസ്റ്റ് അയക്കുന്നു, സർവീസ് ആ റിക്വസ്റ്റ് ഫുൾഫിൽ ചെയ്യുന്നു, അതിന്റെ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് തിരിച്ചു കൊടുക്കുന്നു. സോ ഈ ഒരു സിറ്റുവേഷനിൽ ഈ ഒരു ഓൺ ക്രിയേറ്റ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ സർവീസ് ഒരു പ്രാവശ്യം സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നുള്ളൂ, പക്ഷെ ഓരോ പ്രാവശ്യവും നമുക്ക് ഈ ക്ലയന്റിൽ നിന്ന് സർവീസിലേക്ക് റിക്വസ്റ്റ് പോകും. സോ ദിസ് two-way synchronous or asynchronous messages. അങ്ങനത്തുള്ള കേസാണ് ഇത്. Now we'll look at some examples. Okay? So there are two types of services which is called as started and bound. Okay, in started service an example is like SMS and MMS. Okay, so when you switch on your phone, actually the service is automatically started. Now you don't want to like always go back and look at your SMS or your messaging service to find out whether SMS has received. It is running in the background, and whenever the message is received, you will get the notification. Okay, so it is not bound. You don't want to start, you don't want to stop. It is automatically run. Alert. For example, any kind of a notification or a calendar event is called as an alert. So when you set some reminder in your calendar, actually a service is started which will count or which will take in the data and remind you 10 minutes before you start or your event has started. നിങ്ങളുടെ കേസിലാണ് ഇപ്പം ഗൂഗിൾ മീറ്റിൽ you will get a reminder 10 minutes before that your class is going to start. So actually what is happening is there is a service running in the background which finds out that okay, there are 10 minutes only for this event, so it will use a reminder. Now you don't want to like start reminder or end reminder, okay, it will automatically come. So bound service in the case, one is called as Bluetooth headset. An example provides headset and hands-free operations for phone app. So Bluetooth headset, let's say you are connecting to it. Now only unless and until you start the Bluetooth and connect to your phone, it will not connect. Unless and until you stop Bluetooth or disconnect from your phone, it will not disconnect. Okay, so that is something which is bounded to a particular application. നിങ്ങളുടെ ഫോൺ അപ്ലിക്കേഷനിൽ നിങ്ങൾ ചേഞ്ച് ചെയ്യാതെ അത് ചേഞ്ച് ആവത്തില്ല. Similarly, media playback. Unless and until you start a media application, it will not start. Unless and until you stop a media application, it will not stop. So it is running in the background, but you need to specifically stop that. Email, send and receive email. So you can disable the email notifications and you can enable the email as it is needed. Okay. So ഏതൊരു അപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ പറയുമ്പം സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യുകയും അപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ പറയുമ്പം സ്റ്റോപ്പ് ചെയ്യുകയും ചെയ്യുന്ന സർവീസിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ ബൗണ്ട് സർവീസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ. Now let's look at some of the technical part where how we can implement an Android service. So they have multiple steps. First one is to extend the service class. Extends means that you are going to inherit from the service class. So download service is my new class, my class name, and it is going to extend the service class. Okay, and it is extending directly. And then you need to define the following methods in your new class. ഈ മെത്തേഡ്സ് നമ്മൾ ഓൾറെഡി കണ്ടതാണ് ആ ലൈഫ് സൈക്കിൾ കണ്ടപ്പോൾ. അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾ ഓൺ ക്രിയേറ്റ് മെത്തേഡ് നിങ്ങളുടെ ആ സർവീസ് ക്ലാസ്സിനകത്ത് ഡിഫൈൻ ചെയ്യണം. അതുപോലെ ഓൺ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് കമാൻഡ് മെത്തേഡും നിങ്ങൾ ഡിഫൈൻ ചെയ്യണം. എപ്പോഴെങ്കിലും ഈ സർവീസ് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഓപ്പറേറ്റിംഗ് സിസ്റ്റം വിൽ കോൾ ദിസ് ഓൺ ക്രിയേറ്റ് മെത്തേഡ് ടു ലെറ്റ് യു നോ ദാറ്റ് ദ സർവീസ് ഹാസ് സ്റ്റാർട്ടഡ്. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എപ്പോഴെങ്കിലും ഒരു സർവീസ് ബൈൻഡ് ആവുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഓപ്പറേറ്റിംഗ് സിസ്റ്റം വിൽ കോൾ ദ ഓൺ ബൈൻഡ് മെത്തേഡ് ടു ലെറ്റ് യുവർ ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ നോ ദാറ്റ് the service has started. Okay, and define other fields, methods, and nested classes needed to implement the service. So once you have this class, you can write other methods or functions or variables, etc., inside this class for handling the service. And the next important part is, നമ്മൾ ഒരു സർവീസ് ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്തു എന്ന് ഓപ്പറേറ്റിംഗ് സിസ്റ്റത്തിനെ അറിയിക്കുന്നത് we will put that as a tag in the android manifest.html file, XML file. Okay, so just like we had indent filters and activity in android manifest.xml file, we also say that there is a service whose name is called as download service. You see, this download service is same as the name of the class. The class in the same name ആണ് download service. So we say that there is a service called as download service, and we'll put it inside the android manifest.xml file saying that there is a service called as download service, and the operating system should take care of the service. Okay. Now, how can you start a service? Service can be launched on demand. On demand എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എപ്പോഴാണ് ആവശ്യം അപ്പോൾ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാം via an indent. അപ്പം എന്തിനാണ് സർവീസ് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത് എന്നുള്ള മെസ്സേജ് ആണ് ഈ ഇൻഡന്റ്. അത് ആ സർവീസിനകത്തേക്ക് പാസ് ചെയ്യണം. For example, music player. The music player app plays a song at a given URL. For example, ഇതാണ് എൻ്റെ ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ. ഈ ആപ്ലിക്കേഷനകത്ത് there is a field called as a text field, which actually you can type the URL from which you want to download the music and start hearing. So there is an option to download also. So once the user enters the song URL and clicks on the floating action button, Floating action button എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇവിടെ ഒരു ബട്ടൺ വരും. ഈ ബട്ടണിൽ നിങ്ങൾ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ what happens is there is an activity called as music activity in your application which will call the start service with an indent. Now, what is that indent? Indent contains the song URL. എവിടെ നിന്നാണ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ആ ഒരു മ്യൂസിക് ഡൗൺലോഡ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പ്ലേ ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് അതിന്റെ URL, അതുപോലെ മ്യൂസിക് സർവീസ് ക്ലാസ്. Okay, all this will be there in this indent. This indent will be passed to the activity manager service. So this is another module. Okay, so this activity manager service will be the one actually managing all the activities. Now, activity manager service passes this explicit indent to the component that is registered to handle it. ഇനി ഈ അതെന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നിങ്ങൾ ആ മ്യൂസിക് ഡൗൺലോഡ് ചെയ്തു, ഇനി അത് ഓട്ടോമാറ്റിക്കലി പ്ലേ ആവണമെങ്കിൽ there will be some applications in your Android phone which will be registered or would have told the operating system that if a music is going to play, let me know that is going to be played because I can play that music. എനിക്ക് ആ മ്യൂസിക് പ്ലേ ചെയ്യാൻ കഴിയും. അപ്പം ഏതെങ്കിലും മ്യൂസിക് പ്ലേ ചെയ്യണം എന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എന്നോട് പറയാം. ആ പറയുന്നത് ഇത് ആക്ടിവിറ്റി മാനേജർ സർവീസിനോട് ഓൾറെഡി പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. ആക്ടിവിറ്റി മാനേജർ സർവീസിന് അറിയാം ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു മെസ്സേജ്, ഇങ്ങനൊരു ഇന്റന്റ് വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഈ പർട്ടിക്കുലർ ആപ്ലിക്കേഷനെ വിളിക്കണമെന്ന്. സോ വാട്ട് ആക്ടിവിറ്റി മാനേജർ സർവീസ് വിൽ ഡു ഈസ് ഇറ്റ് വിൽ ഗോ ടു ദാറ്റ് പർട്ടിക്കുലർ ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ, ഇറ്റ് വിൽ pass this indent which contains the URL where the music is downloaded, and it will call the onCreate method of music service. അപ്പോൾ മ്യൂസിക് സർവീസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ ആണ് ഈ ഒരു പർട്ടിക്കുലർ ഫോർമാറ്റിലുള്ള ഫയൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മ്യൂസിക് പ്ലേ ചെയ്യാൻ കഴിയുന്നത്. So activity service manager will know that, which he had already known. So he will pass that message to music service by calling the function onCreate. onCreate എന്ന ഫംഗ്ഷൻ വിളിച്ച് അതിലേക്ക് ഈ മെസ്സേജ് പാസ് ചെയ്യും. So now once the onCreate function is called, now the control is then passed to this music service. Now the music service now has the control and it will start playing. Okay, so so basically these are the steps which I think we have already numbered in this one, starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so somebody downloads the music, it is going to play. The music activity will call start service. It's saying that where the music is downloaded, this indent will be passed to the activity manager service. Activity manager service knows which application is going to play the music. So the activity service manager will pass this message or the indent to the onCreate function of music service. So basically pass ചെയ്യാന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ onCreate argument ആയിട്ടായിരിക്കും ഈ ഒരു indent വരുന്നത്, and the music service will start playing. Okay, methods used to start an Android service. So this we have already seen, just a recap only. So there are two methods basically. One is called as start service, another is called as bind service. So start service is for launch a new starter service, and bind service is to connect a bound service. Okay, example again, music activity, you will have an indent which is passed to the music service by calling the onCreate method, and then the start service the start service will be called by the music activity whenever the download is finished, and it is connected to a. Now there is one more possibility. Instead of starting that service, what the music main activity can do is it can call the bind service. So what happens is when this is closed, when this application is closed, the music will also stop. Okay, so when you call bind service, it will call the onBind method of the download service with the indent, and the music player will start the music. Okay, so this is actually a recap. So you have a song here, you push the start button, the music service will continue to play music even if the music activity leaves the foreground. To stop the service, you need to press the stop button. Okay, this is called as services in Android application. So services is actually what you can call the actual program which does the work. That is actually the service. Okay, now let me just try to connect my phone, and let me just try to show you um, some of these things so that you will understand. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so my phone is connected. Let me share my screen. Okay, so this is my personal phone. You will see many things. Please don't record any of this. Okay, fine. So you can see my screen, my phone screen. Okay, so I just need to evaluate your answer sheets. That's why I have a to-do list there. Okay, so you see that let's take Amazon Music. Okay, when I take Amazon Music, let's say I play something. So I have one song here, which I'm going to play. Actually, it is playing. Okay, I don't know whether you are able to hear this. Okay, so but even if I just press my home button, you can see that my the the playing is still happening. Okay, so if you go back, you see that it is still playing. Okay, so unless and until you press this pause or play button, it will not stop playing. That is because there is a service which is actually bind or actually bind to this one, which will play. Okay, so that is called as a service. Like there is something which is running in the background which is actually making it play, right? So this is an example of a service which is the music player. Now, instead of music, let me take YouTube. Okay, so let's try to play this football. So when I play the football, you see that it is actually playing. Okay, but if I press my home button, okay, so let me just press my phone. Once I press the home button, then the playing of the YouTube stops. Or you can see that there is no activity which is being or happening, or there is no, this is because there is no service which is tied to this YouTube which can run in the background. So even when I open the YouTube again, you see it is already paused because I have exited or I have made YouTube to the background. So since there are no services for YouTube which can play in the background, the YouTube player will get stopped. But that is natural because since it is a video thing, once you come out of YouTube, then you will not be able to see a video. So there will not be any service. But since it is a music for Amazon Music, then you can see that uh, you can still hear even if the music is in the background, which it will play. Okay, so this is service. Now, let me show one more thing. I think I can show you an activity. Okay, so let me see what I can take. Okay, let me take this game, this Candy Crush Saga. Okay, so you see that when I open the game, there are multiple. So this is one activity. Okay, so this is the first activity the user sees. Once I press play, okay, then the user sees the next activity. So this is the second activity. And once I press this particular button and press play, this is the third activity. So third activity is coming up. Okay, it just crashed. That's fine. Okay, so you see that an activity is the each and every different screen that you see while you are using your Android application. Okay, or let's say let me take another application. Let me see. Okay, I don't know whether this application works, but let me see. So this is an old KSRTC application which is called as Anavandi. So when I take Anavandi, you see that one form kind of thing appears, which you can type from where you want to go to where you want, from where to where you want to go. Once you, or you can just press helpline. Once you press helpline numbers, it will show another screen. So this is a second activity. Okay. Or if I just search for something, let's say I want to go from Manandawadi to, let's say, Trivandrum. Okay, then I press search. Now it goes to second screen, which lists all the KSRTC buses which is going from Manandawadi to Trivandrum. Now this is another activity. So activity means every screen that you see is an activity. Okay, but you should look at this. When I go from this activity to the next activity, I am also passing an information. The information is from where I want to go till where I want to go. So when I press search, this information is passed to this second activity using an indent. It will be passed via a message saying that the user has given from address from Manandawadi to address to uh, Trivandrum, and it has passed that to the next activity. Now, there will be a service which will be also running in the background, which will also receive this indent, and which will be searching in the database to find out, are there any KSRTC buses which is running. So that searching is very fast, because of which you cannot see that delay. Okay, so there is also a service which will be a bind service or a start service which will be running in the background, telling you that okay, this message needs to be searched and find out which, and the service will be returning back which all are the KSRTC buses which are running from Manandawadi to Trivandrum. Okay. Now, let me also show a broadcast receiver. So this is my file explorer. Okay, I'm just taking my documents. So let's say I take KT. Okay, I have a folder in which I have many things in this. Okay, now this, all these things inside this folder is a PDF file. Okay, so if I just click this, and if I say send, I don't know whether it is, you are able to see this. I think it is not. Okay, so okay, just a second. I think I just lost my connection. Okay. I hope everybody can see my screen. So once I go to this folder, and if I press send, then actually you see that it will list all the possible applications which it can be sent to. Or let's say I click on okay. So let's say I click on open in another app. When I say to open in another app, it will list all the possible applications that can be opened. So what is actually happening is, all these applications that you see in the screen right now, the Drive PDF Viewer, MI PDF Viewer, Acrobat Reader, Word, Cam Scanner, etc., all these applications can open PDF, and this application will have already told the operating system by writing in Android manifest.xml file that if a user tries to open a PDF document, let me know. So what the operating system does is, it will broadcast, it will send to everyone that the user is trying to open a file called as PDF. So whoever has registered to open that file should receive this and take the appropriate action. Okay, so all these applications will come into the forefront saying that okay, I can open the PDF, and it will be shown to the user. Now, if I press anyone, then it will open to that application. So you see that the broadcast receiver is the one which actually handles that broadcast, because that application can, or that particular extended PDF can be opened by multiple uh, applications, and it will be broadcasted to all the applications. Whoever wants to come up saying to the user to open it, you can come up and it will display all the possible things. This is a similar case when you're opening a video. Okay, this is a broadcast receiver. So now you see that you can directly relate whatever we have learned in directly to your mobile Android application. Okay, so I hope you have understood this activity and services and broadcast receivers. Okay, so there's one more component called as content providers, which I will not be able to demo because this is totally internal part. So I think I won't be able to demo that part. Okay. Okay, fine. So I think this is a good time to stop.